Welcome to the show. It's Fresh Air on another one. Just wanted to clear up some things, and I wanted to talk about some great things that are moving forward, and I think we all kind of relate that there's a purpose to everything greater than ourselves happening as a collective. We understand that there's protocols and things that we haven't experienced in our life, but we make a difference for it, right? And then there's some things that are in our control, in our surroundings and what's around us. We cling on things that we're comfortable with, and sometimes we have to realize that the things we clinged on to and the way we believe is sometimes just not the way. And then once you get that understanding that there's going to be a lot of people giving their testimonies about how they made it to the better understanding that you could start now, find that focus within yourself to realize there's a greater purpose. If we have people on the other side trying to stop people from finding their blessings because they believe they don't deserve it, well, here's the deal. God's the one that does that, right? So we need peace right now where we can heal both sides, all sides. We're talking. There's a lot of pieces that you probably don't even understand. So if you're listening in, just buckle up. There's a lot of understanding, a lot of things that make sense, a lot of things that has to have solution. And to combat about or have an opinion about that's not going to work, that's not the energy we're trying to shift out here. We're trying to have belief and understanding and faith that'll give you that strength that you've been working on yourself. I've been telling a lot of people, work on yourself. And I've been saying this since July. There's going to be a lot of people understand that the shift was coming. I told you there's a power greater than myself that has transformed me to the opportunity to be my best self, where I can tell you and experience what I go through in my life. Now, let me explain. Not everything about me is going to resonate with everybody. I understand that. That's why we're going to have a whole bunch of more people have finally that opportunity to showcase their skills and show that they care about you, and there's no catch to it. They're here to help you. They're here to guide you and give you that light, give you that understanding, give that love. Even when somebody's down, we share a helping hand because we've been there. We understand. Not every situation is the same. We got to understand that if we're trying to heal, it's going to be up and down. You're going to have days where it's not going to feel good. You're going to have days where, wow, it's feeling good now. I feel it. And that's where that habit starts coming in. And that's why I was always saying, start working on your habit right now to just slow down and not try to rush things, but understand you're going to listen to some people. You're going to start learning some things, get some good pointers, get some understanding where you can start opening up yourself to release some of that, that some of that built up energy that you have in you, that there's a good source in you too. We all have a purpose in this life. We all come from different backgrounds. We all come from different parts of the world where we all have an intricate part in this new shift. And the shift is just basically, we got to change a lot of our ways, how we think of each other. We can't be divided all this time. You know what I'm saying? We got to start thinking about how we can work as a solution as one. And that means, I understand, it's not going to be easy. Trust me, with the proper influence and motivation, with high vibration, I promise it's going to be a dream come true for a lot of people. There's going to be a lot of artists out there that are going to have their opportunity finally to get their music out there and share to the world their heart and soul and their testimony. And it's going to help a lot of people too. We've been waiting for this for a long time. We've been needing a change. We've been losing a lot of people along the way. And it's time to realize that this shift is happening because I've felt it. I'm feeling it, and a lot of others are feeling it. People's minds are starting to shift. People are starting to feel exactly what I was talking about. A lot of people are going to see that there might be even a peaceful transformation. But the way we treat people, we have to learn that maybe how I was being raised wasn't exactly how everybody else was raised. And once we come to understand that everybody's different and unique in their own way, that's where we can help and know that not any one way is the best way, but you get the understanding that there's going to be a world of difference. When you lower your vibrations and you're not yelling, breaking generational curses, I mean, how you treat your children, how you treat your wife or husband, how you treat your family, how you treat coworkers, how you treat people when you're out and about. We start to understand that there's a helping hand out there as long as they know that there's an opportunity to give. Do you get what I'm saying? So if we could start changing these legislative laws that say it's not okay to help a homeless person or take them refuge. I mean, here's the thing. We need huge legislation understanding that this is humanity. We're working with humans here. We're not just a piece of property you can just put on a shelf over there and say, no, we're not going to allow you to help people. And, the freedom of speech, too, that's going to get unlocked. Been working on that. Got some of my top people working on that. Trying to get them in there, but we already stopped we got one of them on the legislature tonight. It got shifted, but anyways, we're doing this for just to have a connection that we have to start thinking about people. We got to think about the corrections facility. We got to start thinking about how we're treating them. We got to start having more of, opportunities. We're not correcting. I can't talk about bad all about, but I mean, in some, there's not any programs. The program doesn't teach because, the way who runs the joints? You get what I'm saying? It's not so we're going to shift it a little bit and have some understanding that we're going to make a difference in the best ways, that when they're in there, they understand their families out here are okay, or getting better. So then they're going to start seeing the transformation from out here into there. It's going to start getting into the radio. It's already been on the radio stations. I mean, talk about, it's an amazing thing when you can just slow down and just listen to the greatest things happening, the miracles happening every day. You get uplifted by just listening to somebody's testimony. You get uplifted by hearing somebody talk about they've been saved. You get uplifted when you hear the story that the whole village just changed their whole life, that miracles came, they're protected. The soldiers are now having a different mind. The ones around the world, we're talking around the world. Internationally, we understand there's a bigger thing going on. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than anybody could ever imagine. And it's going to collectively bring us back to the table where we can start realizing we're here to help each other. We're going to make a difference, giving each other an opportunity where they feel like they belong, where they feel like they're being heard. They understand that their healing process has to start somewhere. It starts with that first step. And not everybody's going to want to start right away. I get that. But when you start seeing everybody else working, it's going to shift fast. You're going to witness something that's never been done in a long time. It's happening. And it's so great to see the opportunities happening for a lot of people. I see the excitement. I hear the voice. I hear the way they talk and how they're excited about talking about their story. Their story means something because that story is going to help enlighten somebody else to understand, wow, we aren't all that different, are we? We got a lot of things in common. We don't have to say we all been through the same exact thing, but if you understand that everybody is uniquely different age, different background, different generation, different culture differences, if you bring those all to the table and you understand, we can now make a difference. Because we understand there's going to be struggles getting to that point where we make those differences and where we're equally understanding. We understand that the problem is we got to have opportunities for people to have jobs, opportunities for growth, opportunities for people to feel like they belong to somewhere. See, we've been so stuck on, if you're a criminal, you don't amount to anything. Or if you're homeless, you're going to get locked up or something. Because do you get what I'm saying? I can't watch those videos anymore. I cry when I see those because it's like we got to do something about that. And it's basically we got to provide. We got to have at the front of this whole crisis. It should be bigger than COVID. You know what I'm saying? We should be having. I got to get on the phone, but I don't talk about too much extra because there's a lot of people that are listening to me that can make those decisions for us, or they take yes and they're enlightened by me. They have, people on their line. They make the point that we're sharing a collective purpose. We're all in this together. It's not just me taking the lead or anybody else. We're all just going like, okay, we're all collectively getting influenced and motivated, not discouraged. If you get discouraged, that means you're doing something right because that means God's working for you because He's creating that opportunity to fight back whatever you're dealing with. I mean, not fight back. Your inner core, what you're making you think, feel, thoughts. You got to start challenging those. Clear that mind and let that be received. Let it be received. Let that light be received. Start feeling that vibrations of healing. Start listening to the music. Remember, God gave you eyes to hear and ears to hear. Eyes to see, ears to hear. To make your best judgment. To make your best understanding. Not everything's going to fit at your time. You know what I'm saying? So if I talk about this now, I bet you a month from now, you're going to hear it like, wow, man, you was spot on. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. As you keep progressing, things are going to angelically open up for you, where your understanding and the way you think and how you challenge yourself, how you learn, that you feel like you got a chance. You feel worthy. You feel like you belong. You feel like you have an opportunity where you can start healing your ways of life. It's not worth giving up on, I'll tell you that. I'm here to tell you, don't give up. Stay strong. Start seeking refuge in a friend that, hey, are you feeling this too? You know what I mean? And start listening to some healing stuff. We got plenty of people out there. There's a lot of people out there that's ready for this. And they're so delighted to be a part of this great opportunity. It's going to take some time. It's not just going to happen overnight. You didn't build Rome over one night. We're talking about the whole world shifting its whole. We're like hitting the brakes on where we've been going. You get what I'm saying? Because if we kept going on the way we've been going, guess what? Free will would just destroy everybody? No, we're not destroying the complex of the family. You know what I'm saying? We're building the family origin. You get what I'm saying? We're building the structure of it. So we're bringing that strength back into the family. And I think as long as we understand that, bringing it back to the family and understand we can do better at how we raise our kids and understand the kids can do better too, we all can do better. Just be enlightened that you're going to have respect for people. You're going to start respecting people because they gave you a better understanding. They gave you the light. They gave you that aha moment where you're like, dang, I will never talk to an elder the same way. You know what I'm saying? God bless. I pray that no weapons formed against you will prosper. I also pray that you will find your discernment in everything you do, that you will find your everlasting life and your purpose of living a fulfilled life that you deserve. God bless.